What's up guys, Caleb here, and today we are going to be ranking the 10 LEGO Mosaic sets from worst to best. In 2020, 2 years ago, LEGO started releasing LEGO Art Mosaic sets, which are basically those mosaics with thousands and thousands of studs on them to create sort of a picture on a flat base plate. And they did 4 in 2020 and then released 6 more over the past 2 years. Today I'm going to be ranking all 10 of them from what I think is the worst one to what I think is the best one, and please drop a like and subscription if you enjoyed the video. Unfortunately, only about 17% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so please do drop a subscription as it really does help the channel out. But without further ado, let's get on into it. Coming in at number 10 is the worst LEGO Mosaic is the LEGO Art Project Create Together set. This set just made no sense. It's basically like a free-for-all where you could literally just kind of build whatever you wanted, and my problem was there was just no main theme. It was just a bunch of random objects that you could build, and it just did not make a bunch of sense to me. It did have a really cool throwback to like an old spaceman that I guess you could build, but it just did not make any sense to me because it didn't really have a certain theme. All the other mosaics have a given theme, and this one just doesn't, and it just didn't make any sense for me, and that's why I ended up so low on the list. Coming in at number 9, we have the LEGO Harry Potter crest set. This one was one where you could actually build 4 different ones. You could build the 4 different crests of Harry Potter, you know, according to whichever crest you are, which was a pretty cool detail. I'm someone that's not very into Harry Potter. I read the first book when I was like a kid, so I don't know a ton about it, but it also had a massive version if you bought 4 of the sets of like all 4 of the Hogwarts schools, which was super, super cool. But at the end of the day, I just think I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, and it's just sort of one of the more boring looking ones in my opinion. The 8th best LEGO Mosaic in my opinion is the Andy Warhol's Marilyn Monroe one. This thing looks basically like exactly like the painting of her. Obviously done by, you know, Andy Warhol, who's a very famous painter, and yeah, you can also build it in 3 different versions, which is very cool, and I feel like this is a very underrated one. Not a lot of people talk about it, and I feel like maybe I should have put it higher on the list. It's just the other ones are so much better. This is a very, very good one, though, that not a lot of people talk about. Coming in at number 7, we have the Marvel Studios Iron Man Mosaic. This is a really, really good looking one. Obviously, one of the 4 original Mosaic sets. This is also one that could be divided. Well, you could change it into 3 different options of Iron Man. It also had a great mosaic. If you bought 3 of these, you make this huge Iron Man that just looks phenomenal. And this was a very, very good one for the time. It's definitely not as good as some of the ones later on the list, but I feel like it's just a very good one, and I hope we get more Marvel ones in the future for sure. In 6th place, we have Disney's Mickey Mouse Mosaic. This is just like a great looking one. Obviously, it also has Minnie that you can build it to, but my favorite version is when you actually have the 2 next to each other like that. It just looks great. It's obviously meant to be sort of the sketch of them kind of flirting with each other, and it's just a very, very like adorable one. I don't know, it's probably the cutest mosaic, which is weird to say, but it's a very, very good one that any Disney fan would obviously love, and I feel like it'd go really well with Steamboat Willie. Cracking in at number 5, we have the king of rock and roll himself, the LEGO Elvis Presley Mosaic. This is one I never really thought we'd get. It does release March 1st, so it's not even out yet, so I don't even have pictures from like a review or anything, but you can also turn it into 3 different versions of Elvis himself. And from what I can tell, this looks a lot like Elvis. I don't listen to a ton of Elvis music, but it's a very, very realistic and good mosaic. In 4th place, and maybe I'm a little bit biased as this is actually the only LEGO mosaic I own, but it's the LEGO Star Wars The Sith mosaic. This is a great one. Obviously, you can also turn this into 3 LEGO Star Wars bad guys, but the one that I always keep on display is the Kylo Ren one. I always have it in like all the backgrounds of my videos, and this is just a dope looking set. LEGO absolutely crushed it with this one, obviously one of the original 4 mosaics, and yeah, this is a great one. Coming in at number 3 is the Jim Lee LEGO Mosaic Batman Collection. This one is great, obviously based off drawings from Jim Lee, who is like one of the original people to actually write some of the Batman comics. As a Harley Quinn one, which looks really great, but the best one is the Joker one. I am just shocked by how good this looks. This has to be one of my favorite looking mosaics. It's just a great one that any DC fan is going to want to pick up, and just definitely one of the best mosaic sets of all time that hasn't even released yet. It releases March 1st, but yeah, this is a great one. In 2nd place, we have what I think is the most underrated LEGO mosaic, and that is the LEGO Beatles mosaic. This is one that nobody talks about, and it's incredible. I absolutely love the John Lennon one. It's just like, they just nailed it on this one. Like, that's obviously all the other Beatle members that you can build, and it just like, it captures their look and their style just so well with the colors they chose, and it really is one of the best like mosaic sets of all time, and nobody ever talks about, which is disappointing because this is an incredible one. In number one spot is the best mosaic of all time is the Lego World Map Mosaic. This one I had a huge change of heart on. I hated this set when it got revealed. I am sort of disappointed in this set quite a bit. I'm not gonna spend $250 for a map. I'm not. Like, this is just one of those sets that I've come around on. Like, it's aged on me. It's obviously like it's just beautiful. Like, it's an incredible looking set. It's immaculate. It's huge. And while I still don't stand by the rule that it is the biggest set ever, it has the most pieces with 10,000 tiny studs. And it's an incredible looking set. It's a mosaic that I don't think Lego will ever beat, because this is an incredible one that definitely has aged on me over time. Guys, those are all 10 Lego mosaic sets ranked from worst to best. Let me know what your favorite mosaic is in the comments, and let me know what you switched up, because I'm curious to see what you guys' opinion are on which is the best and which is the worst. Please let me know, and please drop a subscription, as only 14% of you guys are subscribed. This is Secret Productions. Sign off for now. Make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date with my latest content. I will see you guys later. Peace.